There's always some interesting places to find here in Dubai, and this is a real gem. We're at the Mila Milia Cafe in Dubai, just off the Sheikh Zayed Road. But I'm here to see Max and just to talk about our the Ferrari concept just in a bit more detail. Hi, Max.
Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I've asked you to come along here, Max, is because there are some examples of some vintage Ferraris, some older Ferraris, and some modern cars like the Porsche 918 Spider behind
Legendary
you.
car, by the way.
Yeah, a legendary car. I
Yeah,
mean, one of the Holy Trinity cars.
yeah,
I've lost count how many I've sold of
yeah,
these cars. Um, I don't think the 918 Spider is the car you want to tamper with, or even
for
the
sure.
458 Speciale Aperta, the black car in the wings.
Yeah,
But maybe the Ferrari 355 could be a donor car for one of your projects.
355 Ferrari, it's an iconic car. And yes, it could be a donor car for the modern design, redesign the whole car, like shape. But again, Ferrari, it's like a history. They have their own specific lines inside the body. So the 355, it's really hard to change because of the classical shape that they already have there. And as we understand that there is inside there is an old electronics, and of course it's have an automatic gearbox inside, but still, if we will do a car, something like this Porsche, I mean in this design, but based on that donor, so have it can be have some issues or decline, but still the car can be can be really cool because of the engine that they have here in this Ferrari. It's a legendary engine, really solid, really cool, and yeah, I think it's a good donor car for the project.
There is a car that I want to take you over to talk about, which I think could be a perfect donor car, something that with your Max Fabrique magic could turn it into something really, really special. Can I show you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Max, this is the car I'm referring to, the famous Carrera GT, this Porsche.
One of my favorite car, by the way.
Really?
Really.
Could this be a donor car? Could we, if somebody has one of these cars or wants to buy one?
Oh yeah, because it have a great potential in technical side. It's fully carbon chassis inside, so we can use the whole base of the car for producing the new one. I I know that legendary, like for me, it's like a design legendary studio called Gembala did a lot of works for this car,
Yes.
and but from our side and from my side as a designer, I will definitely change maybe these headlights, the front bumper, the whole shape of that sides here, the doors, because the headlights need to be modern to work with the aerodynamics as well. By the way, as I'm seeing here, they have a manual gearbox inside this car, but do they have automatic version of this? I mean, automatic gearbox in this car version.
No, this is, they made around 1,270 of these cars from 2004 to 2006,
Right.
all manual transmission, a 5.7 litre V10.
Great. So yeah, in fact now it's like a new trend. The guys, like a rich guys, they really wanted to buy the cars with manual gearbox, to fill
Yeah.
the car. And this car is exactly about all of these things to drive it in a proper way, to fill the car, to feel like a steering and to be in control with this car. And look at these immaculate things from behind here. So I think for design, for about the design, that the Porsche did with this car, they did really cool things, and you knew there was a new trends at that time, and now they're just proceeding it with 918 Spider Porsche as well. But
Yes.
yeah, I see the new shape of this car because cars still not just unique, it still have a really good technicals inside. The engine, the gearbox, the suspension, everything is really cool. We can use it for sure in a new project.
The Kambala conversion they do on that fetches a premium, Max.
Yeah.
And although I do like the Kambala, I think that the Max Fabric magic that you do in your studio could take it up another level. I mean, I know the wing here is the aero. I think you could definitely do something with the aero. You can definitely do something with the arches. Maybe the diffuser, which looks pretty tame compared to modern day cars. If you take like the Ferrari 812 Competizione with the big aero.
Especially from this side. For example, we need to work with the aerodynamics from the behind to protect the engine and gearbox from and I think made some kind of air intakes from that side and air outtakes from this side, from the rear side. So I think, yeah, we can use definitely these things to make a new shape of the diffusers and everything goes back from the car.
And in my opinion, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Carrera GT, but it's sort of like a car of two halves. Once you've got the
Yeah,
Targa roof on
yeah,
this, you've got this lovely design, and then it chops down like it drops down,
yeah.
and then goes. That I think that the Aero, if you take the 918 Spider, the whole thing is more aerodynamic. It moves. Can we go over to this? Can we go over to the
Yeah, sure.
918
Sure.
Spider?
Here's, here's in design, they made a more balanced car because all it's like in a one shape here. It's all in one, like one piece of the car. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going from 2006 to
Yeah.
2014
Yeah.
when this car come out, but you can see that over those years how they've smoothed aerodynamically, how they've made this car slip through the air. I think obviously it's a newer car. It looks fabulous. In my opinion, out of the three Holy Trinity cars, the 918 Spider, the McLaren P1 and the LaFerrari, these three cars all come out together 2014, 2015. Um, this is the best engineered car out of the three.
This is the engineering design, but I really love McLarens.
Yeah.
That's my passion.
Yeah,
So
you have
about the
many.
cars, so they have a really good engineering design. But here Porsche did the really good stuff because of the all the lines and they made a great job about the aerodynamics on all the shape around the car. So
So could
that's
your company, if you got $1 million, 1.2 million Carrera GT,
yeah.
that could you turn it in? I'm not saying make it into a 918 Spider, but could you make that more aerodynamic?
I I will say that we can do more better.
Better than this?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's a big statement, Max.
Because we're now seeing a lot of cars around us, a lot of hypercars, a lot of supercars, and of course what I really like about the Porsche and McLaren, that they still like the same cars in engineering stuff they went from racing and racing team with engineering, pure engineering. So of course we can do the much more better in design, but of course I have to say that Porsche, what they're doing on their manufacturing now, it's still perfect. It's still perfect. They did it good. But if we're talking about the custom model, of course, there is several things that we need to change to
Yeah.
improve the more aerodynamics and more beauty of the shapes of the car. So yeah, this car is definitely we can use for like a donor car to build
Yeah.
something new, something special.
So if somebody's got sitting in their collection a Carrera GT and want to bring it into a one-of-one Carrera GT, then please give us a call, drop us an email, get in contact with us, and come here in Dubai, sit with Max's design team, sit with Max, and they will sketch out and make you a unique one-of-one Carrera GT, a one-of-one Ferrari, a one-of-one Porsche, one-of-one McLaren. And it doesn't matter if you've got a 355 or a 458 or a 550 Maranello. It doesn't matter what car you got in your collection. If it's getting a bit boring, if you want to bring it into today, a 2024 car, then Max will make those dreams come true.
And I wanted to say more is that we are doing not just in the design. If we're changing something in the car, we are working on the specific programs which like count the whole aerodynamics in a mathematical way. So of course we'll do a lot of testing on all the parts that we're making in design, and especially me as as the chief designer, and then engineering team. They will look in detail from engineering side how these parts fits to this car, and for the base and for the whole, especially balance between the powerness and the aerodynamics and weight and so on, so on. Different points that we need to know while we're doing the project.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, thank you for giving us and our audience a bit of an insight into Max Fabrique and what they can do to these special cars.